What's going on, Creased fam? Welcome back for episode 41 of the Creased podcast. I'm one half of this show. My name is Casita, here with my partner in crime, Trey. What's going down?
What's up, dog? Back again. Mustache free this week. We out here.
Oh man, I'm out here, Grizzly. I'm caveman in it right now. I'm in search. I need to get retwisted and everything. But that's besides the fact. We're here to celebrate 41 episodes of the Creased podcast. As always, we'd like to remind y'all, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, comment, do everything you do on social media, and make sure you share it with us and get us out there for the world.
Already know.
Yeah, man. So, the time is coming. As we start every episode, the L meter is on its way. And I'm gonna save it for last. Let's start at the end. We got let's start at the beginning of the week. Well, let's start right now. It's gonna be the Supreme. It's gonna be the Supreme Dunks. That was last Thursday. Of course, they dropped 4 shoes, 4 L's for that. Followed by, if I'm not mistaken, it was the City Markets. City Markets, and then the Dark Russets.
Huge, massive L's.
Just more L's over there. And the biggest one that a lot of people were taking were the University Blue ones. These ones shook the internet to its absolute core.
Possible shoe of the year. These are up. These are definitely up. These are gonna keep going up in resale value.
130K pair worldwide.
Yeah, no, it's still go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna ask how'd you do on that. I mean, of course, was it a big headache, or was it,
No, I won't lie. I put in on my devices for sneakers, and I sure enough hit on the University Blue ones. I was happy to definitely get a pair. They've already shipped out, and I'm definitely ready to see those any day now. I don't know if we'll be getting any unboxing videos. I feel like everybody's already seen the University Blue ones, but super stoked to get those. Made up. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted the Dark Russet Dunk Highs really bad, and then I definitely went for City Markets, and I definitely would have loved the Supremes, but this made up for it. This made up for a lackluster week in my closet.
Yeah, Nike was a little bit all over the place this week. Of course, just being in the tabloids, they had their ups and downs literally this week. Literally, they were up and down all week. So, of course, I also too have a pair of the University Blue ones. So, of the 130,000 pairs, there's 2 pairs here in Houston, Texas, between the two of us. So,
feels good.
It does feel good for once. So while we wait for those to make their way here, let's talk about the shoes that we do have and what we're thankful for. So every episode we do KOTD. This week, this is what I'm rocking for the week. It is Air Max month, so I thought I should just bring out something that doesn't get seen a lot. So these are the Magma Orange Air Max ones. These dropped last year, fall time, I think October, November, something like that. It's the classic silhouette. It looks very much so like the University Reds, University Blues, except they masked it out with the orange. It's orange all around. These are really great little play for the brand name itself. Most of Nike's branding is in orange, so I thought this was one of those shoes that you had to have. What I'm saying, it's a new twist on an OG, so I really do like this shoe. It has all the same suede mud guards, suede upper, mesh toe box paneling, and nylon on the tone. So this is my shoe of the week. It is the bright orange Magma Orange Air Max one.
Yeah, those are crazy. I love that shoe so much. That is a sick shoe. The time of year for that shoe is coming up very soon.
Oh yeah.
All right. So my shoe of the week this week is going to be my favorite shoe of all time. I looked down my list. I was like, which shoes haven't I done yet? And I was like, my favorite shoe of all time. So figured I'd pull it out this week. Jordan 4 Bread, super classic. I mean, undoubtedly my favorite pair of Jordans, my favorite pair of shoes, my favorite pair of anything that's been made by Nike. Just not much else to say about this other than it's the black and red colorway. I've owned a couple pairs of these. Got a pair with the sole coming off. I think you do as well. But yeah, this shoe is unbeatable. You can wear the shoe any day of the year, and it just goes so hard. I love this shoe so much. I think they smacked out of the park. And yeah, man, my shoe for this week is the notorious Bread 4.
That is, hey, that's up there with like GOAT status. That's greatest of all time kind of sneaker. That's up there.
Love this shoe.
I mean, yeah. I mean, getting the 2012 version, the 2020 version, and the only other ones that you need would be the 89s.
Yeah, facts.
That'd be the only way to. I mean, you can do the countdown package 08s; those were great too. But yeah, man, this is just an unbeatable shoe, like you said. It's great.
Love that shoe.
So what are y'all rocking this week? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to share your pictures online and use our hashtag CreasedPod. That way you can get featured on our next episodes. So carrying on, this is episode 41. We start off every episode fresh off the box. Man, and as we said in the intro, Nike was having their up and downs this week. If you didn't know, and if you live under a rock or you're just not into shoes, man, we had people hitting us up who were not even into shoes about this. As you know, Nike's VP, her name is Ann Herbert. She has stepped down from her position at the North American region of Nike after it's been reported through Bloomberg that her son was able to use her company card to expense out purchases of highly anticipated sneakers for a small lump sum of $133,000. With these shoes, he has helped thrive or help actually trying to find the right words to say this. He's infiltrating the retail market using Nike's dollar and at the cost of his mother's job. So she had to step down after serving Nike for 25 years. She had only been the VP in her position for only a year. I can only imagine how awful of a son you could make yourself out to be.
Golly.
I mean, what are your thoughts on this, man? I mean, of course, it has sent the comment section everywhere aflame. People are saying this is the reason why they're losing on sneakers, which probably undoubtedly it is the reason why they're losing out on sneakers. But I mean, what's your take? What you got about this?
Yeah, we've kind of got to sit with it for a week now and kind of, this isn't gut reaction right off the bat anymore. This is me definitely thinking about it for a little bit, but a few things. Ratting himself out via the interview that he was buying, if I'm not mistaken, right? He paid to have this interview done and then essentially ratted himself out on accident. So don't do that. I feel terrible for this lady that worked probably her whole life, undoubtedly, to get this job and all this. Right. So is it, I have no sympathy because she was negligent, you know what I'm saying? Or is it she knew about it and I'm just mad, she deserves to lose her 30 years of work for her son wanting to be like every other 14-year-old kid in the world right now.
That's true. Okay, but I'm gonna have to, play the devil's advocate and say that even if she was negligent in her not, in not knowing that her son was doing this, don't you read the charges of your card? Don't you read the statements? I mean, it's one thing to just pay the bill every month, but you also got to know where the money's going.
The same comment that you mentioned, someone did say it feels different to be rich.
Yeah, no, it always feels. I mean, it does feel good to be rich, man. If the money's just showing up, I mean, of course you're not. I mean, I would wonder where the money came from because I don't want no hot money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be taken away as quickly as it got put in my account. Um, but a Nike spokesperson did reach out, and they were able to confirm that it was her card being used. They also are not going to pursue her in a legal matter, only because Nike had already chosen to say that what the son was doing was okay, but I don't think they knew to what extent he was doing it. So, since he already had the green light to do it, they can't really go back on their word on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
where is this put? Where does this put Nike for you as you know, in what type of aspect or what type of light do you see Nike now, being that they are the world's top ranked sportswear brand, um, easily number one ranked, but now they are the people who are perpetuating this whole resale market, and they say death to resellers, but they're literally feeding them at the same time.
Mm. I mean, what do I think about it? I think that they're number one in the world in that. I think that if they're not going to raise their price to $500, and until they do, there's going to be resellers out there that flip that stuff, and then when they do raise it to 500, then it's going to go up to 1,000. You know what I'm saying? There's brokers in everything. You know what I'm saying? There's people that do that in everything, in every business there is out there. So, um, do I knock Nike for it? No. Do I think that they could handle it better in ways? Undoubtedly, I'm sure they could, because this is like streetwear, and this is fashion and stuff. So them being at the top, you feel like they could put the reins down a little bit better sometimes and stuff like that. But as far as does this make me want to stop buying from them or anything like that? Absolutely not. I mean, it's just they're on top of their game. They're the top of the game,
Mhm.
and until somebody else catches up, that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to look at the face of Nike and be like, what you did was credible. It's like you open-handedly are perpetuating this market. You're giving StockX that warehouse space. You're giving all these other people
I
a
mean, what do you
minimal
combat
chance.
that with, though? What do you combat it with? Like, what's the combat? You stop making shoes?
Mm, I mean, for one thing, stop backdooring. Don't let your yeah. I mean, there has to be a penalty behind backdooring. Shut down the stores, shut down. You know, cancel their tier zero accounts. There has to be some sort of consequence for this type of wrongdoing, because loyal customers are missing out on opportunities to continue being loyal customers. You know.
They're just gonna let them in through the front door and give them to them that way. If you know what I'm
I mean,
saying.
reselling is never going to die. Reselling's been around since before eBay, even, and eBay's been around forever. For as much as I know, eBay's been around my whole life. So, so, that's not going anywhere. But I think the main issue that we run into is a field of transparency between the consumer and the retailer, or the consumer and the brand, and them not being totally congruent with people who adore or wish to have their stuff. Imagine if you actually hit on Chunky Dunkies. Hmm? And Mr. Joe West or West Coast Kicks, that's the name brand of the whatever the son was using. Imagine if he just didn't get any stock of it. Maybe he got 5 pairs instead of the assumed 1,200 pairs, and didn't have to reflip them. You got one of those 1,200 pairs.
Yeah, no, that sucks, and that's horrendous. And this kid sucks. And all these people out here with houses full of shoes that are finding ways to beat the system, they suck, and they're ruining this for everybody. It's not fun. I'm definitely not sitting with that. But um, like I was saying, like if Nike's up there, then they're gonna keep selling shoes, and it's not gonna stop anybody from reselling them for more money. And that's, I mean, I I think we got a little bit just probably like that much off topic here. But but yeah, with the kid, Do you think this hurts him down the road? This is gonna hurt him getting into colleges? No.
No, man. If anything, he'll be able to go into a business school even
Oh,
better.
shit.
Yeah,
He's
nah,
probably already getting calls.
yeah, he's probably getting calls already from top tier like Ivy League schools and
Yikes.
yeah, yeah.
All
Well,
right.
you shot yourself in the foot, Joe.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry about your career, kind of,
yeah,
but
absolutely. Will for sure take any donations that they need to get rid of out of that house.
oh yeah, I will definitely help with any donations. Give some donations. DM for the address. We got you. Uh, so as you know, carrying on, as you know, we did also celebrate All Star Week
Okay.
this past weekend, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was All Star Day pretty much. I mean, they jam packed everything in one go.
Love
So,
it.
of course, we're only here to talk about the shoes, and these are some of the things that we saw. Of course, we saw LeBron showcase the new Virgil Abloh Air Force Ones, the off whites. These were all yellow, silver swoosh, black lettering. Excuse me, guys, with some distinct messages. Those of like Black Lives Matter, and Virgil was here, and then of course he put the signature Air LeBron on the side of there as well. There was also spottings of the Dior ones that were the hottest topic during the presidential inauguration. This time on the All Star of all Stars, everybody's favorite, Mac 10, Mr. Mike Conley. Then there's also Giannis with what?
Everybody's favorite all-star?
Oh, you don't like Mike Conley? What's wrong with you?
I mean,
He,
not my favorite all-star. Continue. Go
oh
ahead.
man, come on, dog. He's a solidified NBA favorite. People love him.
Mike Conley.
Mike Conley, that guy.
All right.
You want to
Giannis was
start?
also
Yeah,
in J.
okay. Go ahead, Trey.
Mike Conley. Yeah, I mean, Mike Conley was in the All-Star game, that's for sure. Giannis also showed up in J Balvin ones, and then I think the big highlight for All-Star weekend that we waited till the very end of the game because we itch for that release, that exclusive release, and it did not drop, and nothing came out on the sneakers app, on anything that we were looking forward to. Of course, players all pulled out their PEs for the All Star game. I know Kawhi was wearing an all pink New Balance, some stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, the highlight sneaker wise of this whole thing for me was by far the Virgil writing on the bronze on LeBron's pair of the off white all golds. Those are Jesus. That is a sick shoe. I think we talked about those when we did the rollout for the website, but oof, that shoe is dirty.
Yeah, must be nice having ties in like that. Uh, honestly, I like the MCAs over that. That's just me.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think I can.
it's the same concept of a shoe. So I
Yeah, I
mean,
think I can do.
the shoe that I really messed with the most was actually Kawhi Leonard. With those
Oh, yeah.
2002 R's. Yeah, he had the Bape collab. The Bape collab with
Yeah.
the 2002 R's. Those were probably some of the hardest shoes I've seen. He came cozy fit the whole way. I think a lot of those
Yeah,
players just
well,
didn't want to be there. A lot of those players didn't want to be there.
yeah,
So
for sure. Yeah, and we're just recapping this. The All Star Weekend was not as hot as it could have been, or it has been in the past, obviously. But shout out to Atlanta for being able to host it, and Team LeBron for getting the dub in the game I saw. So
yeah,
yeah, we'll be looking forward to next year's already, and hopefully we get a little bit better drop
most
from some of
definitely.
these brands.
And shout
All
out
right,
Steph
so
Curry for the 3-point contest and Anthony Simmons with the kiss of the rim. Yeah, man. Congrats
yep,
on that.
yeah, man, jumping out the building for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
So,
Yeah. He
all
was
right, well, no, getting to the next topic, fresh out the box, we're gonna have a big collab here between the Cause brand, Sakai, and the Nike Blazer Low. They're working together on Nike Blazer Low. Chitose Abe, a Japanese fashion designer woman. She has a 2021 autumn winter collection coming out, and it will include both pairs here of the of the Cause Sakai Blazer Low. So they're wild looking. They have the like pretty much double everything, right? Double swoosh, double eyelets, double everything throughout the entire shoe. One pair is primarily red and orange with like teal underlays, where the other one is blue and teal with like green underlays. So that one's a little bit darker. The red and orange pair, I think, has been probably the most popular so far. Both sit on top of the white vulcanized sole. They're very cool. They're very designer-esque looking to me, even though the colors are absolutely wild. But Miss Abe has done a great job again. So what do you think about the Cause Sakai Nike Blazer Low?
Honestly, I don't see too much of cause imprint on it. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
because this is the first first sightings of the shoe, so it's kind of hard to see the full details on it. Uh, my man, I don't know if you saw the model who was rocking the red ones, the red, orange, and teal joints. Oh,
Yes.
the boy fresh, boy. The man is fresh. Okay, so he's really selling that shoe to me, and I think that would be the one that I go with. Um, is this a strong collab? Honestly, not really. Uh, Chitoji Abe, she could have she has come strong by herself before. Was just the rollout of the LDV waffles with Nike by itself, and also with the Blazer highs when she did those last year or 2 years ago.
And
Um,
that's not even to mention Cause, right? Like you think of Cause and you think some of the big releases they've done, right? So and you're like,
Fours, yeah, they did Jordan fours strongly by themselves. I don't see where the two are meeting on this silhouette, but
I have a
I'm
feeling
sure
we're going to get some more. I have a feeling we're going to get some more details on these, but you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah, I don't see the Cause influence at all, other than possibly just using the wild colors. I have a weird feeling the insole will probably be decorated, and
Mhm.
there's got to be some kind of little branding on it. But like we said, we'll get some more info on these, I'm sure.
Yeah, just look out for the two X's. That's pretty much it's pretty much Cause's brand right there. Like, that's the mark of his beast right there. So just
Light bulb moment real fast. They should make like a bear brick of Sakai bear brick. I think
that's
that
a
would be
high
super hard.
bear brick. So you're looking for Medicom bear brick collaboration.
Is needed.
Wow, that's going deep. It's going deep.
I mean, they're already going. They're adding everybody already.
That's true, man. Yeah, they're making collabs out of collabs, and I think all they're gonna keep doing is just keep adding on, and they're gonna see how long they can stretch it. The only thing they're missing now, I guess, is Virgil,
Yeah.
and
And speaking of collabs,
hmm,
our last one for fresh out the box, the Air Max 90. We have a return of a coveted was a theme, I guess you'd say. So the Bacon Air Max 90 is coming back originally from 2004 by a shop called Dave's Quality Meats up in New York. It's a butcher themed sneaker shop. So that's super dope. Never been. Sure, I would love to check that out. But Air Max 90 Bacon coming back, rumored for Air Max Day on the 26th of March for $140. It's been 17 years. So the Dave says these are now the prime cut after they've been aged for a while. I still think it's a super hard shoe. Is this something you're looking forward to?
man, for the nostalgic purpose, yes. Again, I'm not a super strong fan of the '90s,
Mm,
so to say, but I do remember all the NT talks, all the sneaker blogs and sneaker websites always having, this shoe on there as the hot shoe, the hot commodity to get for that year. So it would be nice to see a pair of those in hand. If you've looked on your sneakers app, of course you can see like they have the special for it where you can click on it and you can see the special type of display they have for it, and they also have the special packaging which would look cool if that's how you receive the shoe as well. But yes, I would be looking forward to this. I love to celebrate Air Max Day. As you can see, I got a small little collection of Air Maxes here. Um, and then this was last year's. I think this was last year's or 2 years ago. So I just like to participate in it. I wish they were doing the voting system again, but it's okay. I will take what I can get. What about you? You looking forward to this? Is this something up your alley?
I mean, like you said, I think it's all on the nostalgia on this one. We see a lot of the dunks coming back, and think it's a good time to bring back shoes that people have been waiting for a long time. It's always a good time for that, I guess. But yeah, I think this is a cool time to bring it back, and I do think it's gonna go. It's gonna sell out. So I have no questions about that. So that's gonna wrap up fresh out the box for us. You got anything else on that?
No, I was gonna say not unless Joe Herbert gets to it first, but anyway.
Oh, hey, that's gonna wrap up fresh out the box. We can move on. We got a couple quick ones for you here on Order Confirmed. This is everything that's come out in the past week. So just to jump in really fast, the Nike has released an Air Force One and a Blazer Mid 77 with a popcorn theme. Back to the movies with this one. So these came out on the 9th for $130 for the Air Force One, $110 for the Blazer. Pretty standard there. There's tumbled leather upper on both models. The Blazer is primarily white with like a yellow. I don't really know what the color is. There's a color on listed as coconut milk white.
That's pretty tight. That's a tight name.
That's the color scheme on this shoe. So it's a white upper with like a yellowish swoosh and sole on the Blazer, whereas the Air Force One is essentially inverted, where it's primarily that light yellow look with an all white midsole. So both shoes are pretty cool. There's popcorn stand branding on the tongue branding, as well as on the insole. You get all kinds of little popcorns in there. So I think it's a pretty interesting theme. I think the last little detailing is that it says fresh since 77 for the Blazer and 82 for the Air Force One. It says that right on the little towards the heel on the back. So I mean, I'm not sure if this is something you'd be interested in, but do you think this is a good theme for a shoe for Nike?
It's a fun shoe. Be great, especially for GS sizes. I think it would have hit better just GS. I don't see grown men rocking this. I love popcorn. I don't know if I love popcorn that much to put them on my shoes.
Yeah, I will say, you take off the popcorn branding.
Great colorway. Great colorway. But yeah, in a long shot. Yeah, I think the over branding with the whole popcorn thing. Look, they could have done a collab with Oval Reichenbacher. Honestly, if you wanted, this was the time. This was the time.
Get it popping like Oval Reichenbacher.
Come on. Shout out Easy. If I had to pick up the two, it'd be the Forces, of course. There's some Blazers that we're going to talk about in some future episodes. I'm really looking forward to. But as of right now, the Forces are the thing that's popping. I like that.
They're good gifts and donations on this.
Absolutely. DM for the address. Next up on Order Confirmed, we got another collaboration. We got sneakers and stuff. Our friends from overseas, they've done a collaboration with Reebok on two silhouettes. It's the classic leather and then the classic leather legacy. The classic leather legacy is going to be the tan suede upper with the dark brown and the black outsole. And then the classic leather is going to be the all dark brown upper with the gold branding and all terrain blacked out outsole. Wait, did I get that right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These were released on the 6th of March for $120 a piece via the Sneakers and Stuff app.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite of these two?
The leather one is the classic leather that's suede is super fire. Mm-hmm. The tan one, the one that's like all tan essentially, that one is bueno. I like that one very much. It looks like your standard Reebok classic. I like that one very much. The other one, however, I'm not a fan of that sole that they put on. It's a different sole they put on that model. The Legacy, it reminds me of, I guess they came out with like, what was it? The Zigtex, and it had that like fat sole that spans out underneath the shoe, and I don't like that at all. It looks like you're ready to go hiking in that mug, but other than that, I don't really like the color on it either. It's like super dark doo-doo brown up top and black outsole. So I mean those are boots. Those are just boots.
Low cut boots.
Yeah.
Some lugs. Those look like some lugs from back in 04.
Oh, they do look like lugs. They do. You're right.
The Legacy honestly was not my cup of tea. I can see where somebody would wear them though. I guess that level of shoe maturity is not within me to
No.
wear them. Yeah. The tan, the other ones, the classics, I'm
Yeah.
rocking those left and right. Those
Oh,
are
tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah.
those are heaters, and the special branding going on the heel tabs, and the special laces, they just add a little bit extra flair on there. Um, but all in all, uh, the legacy was bad. That's what I'm just gonna say.
So maturity, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how old I need to be to start getting into those, but
Yeah, you gotta be a little bit older.
yeah,
You gotta be a little bit older.
checks from the good social security checks and stuff.
There we go. There we go. And I'm trying to catch on to my sneaker game. Yeah. Yeah. That's where we're at. So if you have any pairs of these, go ahead and post them on your social media. Use our hashtag Crease Podcast. We would love to see them. Send them in to us. We'd love to also shoot unboxing. We'll give you a shout out on our page, and we'll return your shoes to you in a timely fashion. Um, last but not least, our last segment of our show, episode 41 of the Crease Podcast, is going to be tracking order. As always, please remember that these dates are tentative, as anything can change in the days to come. So, starting off this week, we got the Nike Dunk High Syracuse, released on the 10th of March. So it's coming up, and this is going to be $120 via your sneakers app. We saw what the Syracuse did last year when they dropped last February, March, around this time last year. This time it's going to just be on a high silhouette. What do you think? What's your
Ooh,
take?
I mean, these are sick. I mean, it's almost that same orange you were showing on your Air Max earlier. I mean, it's just it pops. It's so loud. The white panels look so clean on it, so crispy. I mean, I think the one thing you and I talk about so often, especially with some other people that we know that get shoes regularly, the quality control on the dunks has just been horrendously bad. So as far as thinking about another dunk like this coming up, can't wait for it. This is one now that when I hit on it on sneakers, I'm like, damn, this might come in messed up now. And like that's sad that I have to keep that in the back of my head, but that's where I'm at with these. I am looking forward to them. I'll for sure try for them. These are right there, probably like on par with Michigan State's for me. I like both of them very, 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 very much.
Mm, mm, mm. I'm I'm on the fence about this one, honestly. Uh, Surprisingly enough, I think I would prefer the lows over the highs, which is kind of blasphemous whenever you're speaking of dunks because the dunks started off as highs. But I don't know, man. I've just been so accustomed to low tops nowadays. Jordan One lows, Air Force One lows. That's where it all started for most of us. So um, these dunk highs and this colorway particularly, they are a dope shoe. I do like them. But if I had to choose between the two, I think I'd still go low top for the Syracuse joints.
I,
And Kentucky's too. Yeah,
yeah, for sure. And it's very close for me, but I think I'm gonna agree with you. I like the lows. The lows is just more of a swaggy look right now. It's just the trending in look right now.
Mhm.
Whereas you're 100% correct. The high top is where it all started. Is where it started back at old Syracuse in the 60s and 70s when they were out there in their high tops and their in their high
Final
socks.
Final Four was different back then. If I was going to get a pair of dunk highs, I still want the Iowas. I still want the Iowas, the Wu Tangs, as other people call them. Just
They're
whatever.
hard.
I want the black and yellow joints. Those would be the only ones.
Yeah, I need a high St. John's.
The high St. John's. I think those are due to come. But
Yeah.
we got another high coming out. What's the next one we got coming up? Next high shoe that's coming up. I think it's the Air Jordan One OG Patina.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, the patina, the OG. The Air
yeah.
Jordan Retro OG Patina. It is also on the 10th for $170 today. So those are probably out already by the time you're watching this. But aged looking on the front half of the shoe. So it's like a very rusty red metal look on the front half of the shoe. The back half of the shoe is essentially a shadow. So it's got the gray panels. It's really, really interesting looking shoe. I think the one part that's kind of got everybody wondering what the hell are you thinking, Nike, is that they put a green mint labeling right on the tongue, and it's got the stitched look, so it's not like the usual Air Jordan 1 branding that you're used to seeing on the tongue. It is like a much different look, and looks like it's a GS to me. However, this is a very like mature looking colorway. So to put this on the tongue doesn't really make sense to me. But what do you think about the Air Jordan 1 Retro OG Patina?
Trash is absolute trash. This is not good. Yeah.
Son. Damn, son.
Nah,
Like
this is not
1 to
good.
10. 1 to 10.
Yeah, one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, nah, like don't play with a shadow like that. Just drop the shadows. Like I see what y'all are doing now. Like y'all are do everything but drop shadows again.
Mix
So
and match.
you're gonna do this patina, and then you're gonna have to do half a shadow, and then you're gonna do too much shadow with the shadow 2.0s that are slated for later this year, instead of just retroing the shadows again. Um, it's probably Joe's fault. Joe probably took my extra pair, and I could have came up on two.
All
Anyway,
the all
yeah,
the
I'm really not feeling this patina. It kind of looks like it may rub away.
yeah,
Like over time, like the paint might rub away and reveal a colorway underneath. So it may be something to like grab and hold on to, or grab and experiment with and see if it does do that. But all in all, for $170 and you're getting a shoe that's already like pre-beat up, I'm not really feeling it.
Do you see it selling out?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
Air Jordan 1.
Jordan 1. Yeah, and it's got that horrendous. I remember where I saw that tongue at before.
Or is that?
Them damn biohacks. It's got that
Okay.
same stitching. That's how the tongue looks on these two, and it is gross bad. And yeah, they should have left that one in the notebook along with this entire shoe. So that's the Air Jordan 1 Retro Patina that's out today. Good luck if you were looking for that one.
Biohack's
So
still one of the best shoes of 2020, so I don't even care what you have to say. Don't care.
last but not least, on our whole episode 41, wouldn't be an episode without this guy, Kanye West. Easy 700 cream. This come out on the 13th for $240. That's going to be this weekend. Keep your eyes peeled for those. This is going to be a gray and primarily cream prime knit upper, as all of the 700s are. Sole, midsole, and black outsole. So, no, it's a white midsole, black outsole. So I like that. It's a good clean look. It's nothing we haven't seen before on 100 different models, so it's a very basic shoe for me, in my opinion, compared to some of the stuff Kanye's put out, especially recently. But what do you think about the Yeezy 700 Cream?
So it's not a typical 700. This is the version 2 700. So I consider it to be the hospital shoe. This is yeah, this is the old man shoe, like the New Balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is what a monarch would evolve to.
Right.
If a monarch went up one level, this would be what the shoe is.
That's a good one.
I possibly could see myself wearing this. It's a very summertime-ish, creamsicle looking kind of shoe. Um, but I'm not going to set out too much effort on getting these at $240. So yeah, and with the last rollout of the Yeezys, the quantum basketballs that dropped on a Monday, and they pretty much sat all day.
You get them right now.
You can still get them right now. I don't really see a lot of people pushing way super hard for these. I don't see too much of the hype between the set. Too much of the hype on the version 2s of the 700s. I still think the original 700s are the best by far. Yeah, man, that's my take. Get some donations. I will take that for that. Absolutely.
Out of the 3 shoes we talked about in tracking order, how do you rank the Syracuse Dunk High, Patina, Air Jordan 1, and Cream 700?
Man, this is really bad because these were almost all 3 L's, but I'm going to say Dunk High being the best, 700 version 2s, and then the patinas. And
Just making sure we were on the same page at that
okay.
second part.
Yeah, no,
Cool,
I mean,
cool.
we don't have to be on the same page all the time, Trey.
We definitely don't, but that was going to be bad if we weren't.
Yeah. But that wraps up episode 41 of the Creased podcast. We've enjoyed having y'all here. If you made it to this portion of the video, that means that we love you. We appreciate you. We cannot do this without you. If you haven't already, if you got into this portion of the video and you still haven't hit that bell or the subscribe button, go ahead and do yourself a favor and do that. We would highly appreciate that. We're on track now to just achieve a small little goal of ours, a small little milestone in our great big journey to come. And we would love to have you there every step of the way. You got anything for the people, my man?
No, sir. No, sir. That's nice to be back. And now that we wrapped up All-Star game, we'll finish out the NBA season here, and looking forward to getting more kicks down the stretch.
Oh, man, can't wait. Surprise drops all over the places. Until then, guys, peace, love, and as always, ain't no half stepping around here, so we will catch y'all for episode 42 in due time. All right, so then, peace.
Peace.